there are some components of red pill that I validate. Like there's a lot of natural order to it. Like I don't discount the entire thing. I think some people, like any ideology, take it very far. It feels very woman hating sometimes. It feels just like dark and like there's a lot of pain there. But for the most part, yeah, I think in any ideology you'll find contradictions. Feminism just has a ton of contradictions. Red pill, I find, has a ton of contradictions, and I see it in my comments when people respond. It's like I'm constantly just getting qualitative insights, qualitative data to kind of keep my pulse on those communities. So yeah, I think men are shamed for their dating standards, but I think women, it's more accepted that women have to be beautiful, and then that incites male attraction. But whenever women talk about finances at all, it's like so shameful. And you would think that like a community rooted in things like natural order and biology and whatever would be more accepting of, you know, prioritizing finances, but they're not, you know, they're not accepting of that either. It's like, so yeah, I was just making commentary on that.
Well, it's interesting because I've read some red pill books. I agree with some of it. You know, some of it, I feel like it's more complicated than they make it out to be. But the thing I find is the men that find red pill books, like they'll read The Rational Male, for instance, by Rollo Tomasi, which is a good book, but it's very cynical. And if you've just had your heart ripped out,
yeah,
you're going to read that book and go, all women are evil. And that's really not the intent of some of these red pill authors, right? Their intent is, this is how women are. This is the natural order of things. This is how you become a better person so that you attract women better, right? Like that
I'm all for, literally,
right,
1,000% all for that.
But that's not how some of these guys look at it. They look at it like, oh, women are just gold diggers, and I might as well just fucking give up, and all women are evil. And I'm like, for those guys, especially like the MGTOW guys, are you familiar with MGTOW?
Yes,
I do videos all the time, and they get a lot of traction, and it's all the MGTOW guys just justifying why they're quitters. And I'm like, don't get mad, guys, get better, you know. And then they get all pissed at me, and I'm like,
No, it's so true. And I think that's a common thread I see with feminism. It's like, all men are trash, or MGTOW, we're not dating women anymore. It's like, guys, where is the personal accountability? Like, if for many years where I was attracting just awful men, and then I took a look at myself and I was like, why am I the one that's a common denominator in all of this? And what can I do to improve myself? Because we're the only things that we have control over. You're not going to change all women. I'm not going to change all men, let alone like men's nature. Like, I have to work with it as a woman and, like, you know, use it to my benefit, try to figure out how to improve myself so that I can benefit from it. But I think, there's a lot of victim-y mentalities I see, and there's a lot of anger at, like, what, you know, it's like all women, like, okay.
Right.
Or all men, you know,
it's like, essentially half the planet's population. You're just gonna be mad at all of them.